welcome to Live Interactive English, everyone. Hello, I am Mike.
And I am Karen. Today we are looking at our daily conversation, and it's all about cell phones, right? Okay, well, we know that it's a really important part of our lives, and we use our phones every single day because we can do many things on it. We can complete many different tasks. So when you want to buy a phone, what are some of the things that you look for in a phone?
Good question. Well, the last time I bought a phone, which actually wasn't long ago, I bought it because the old one, the battery just wouldn't work.
Okay.
It was running out of power. I couldn't plug it in. I had to kind of move the cable around. It was just old, and so at that time, I didn't really care. I just wanted something that
works.
And I could have a phone and it wouldn't die by lunchtime. So I was super happy. So what do I look for? A working battery. That's what I look for. I don't really use my phone a lot for taking pictures, as long as it works well and runs well and lets me find all the websites that I need. I'm pretty happy. I'm a pretty simple guy with smartphones and stuff, but reliability, I think, is something that a lot of people look for. When we say reliability, it's just a phone that won't break, it won't stop working when you need it. It's just always there, always in good shape. How about you?
That's right. Well, I have to admit that, my last phone, just like you, I used my last phone for about 8 to 9 years, which is actually quite long for a phone. And because it actually broke down too, so I couldn't use it anymore. That's why I got a new one. And I don't really do a lot of fancy stuff on my phone, like editing videos or stuff like that. I just go on different, websites or social media, check my email, check my line messages. So I don't need a really fancy phone as long as it works and it takes beautiful pictures. And that's all I'm looking for.
And many of them can do that quite easily. I guess the other thing I might say, I don't like the really big phones. I carry it in my pocket, so I want something that's a little bit lighter, a little bit easier to carry around. But if you like taking pictures, and having all that extra memory and all that other power can be a wonderful, useful thing. So that's the kind of thing we're going to think about, talk about, and hear about in our dialogues as we're going to go to the phone shop. And the first dialogue we'll be listening to now is about buying a cell phone. Let me find my credit card. Theo is in a cell phone store.
Hi, I'm looking to buy a new phone. I'm thinking of getting one with a better camera.
In that case, I'd recommend the Starry S30 series. It just hit the market and features a high-resolution camera.
That sounds good. How's the battery life?
It can last a full day with regular use, and it also supports fast charging.
What about storage?
The Starry S30 comes with either 256 GB or 512 GB of storage, and it's available in white, silver, and black.
Do you have the 256 GB model in white in stock?
Yes, we do. I'll go get one for you now.
All right, we are at the phone shop and we are buying a cell phone. So this is always a big thing. Nowadays, we do it every 5, 6, 7 years, something like that. But you are spending a lot of money, and many phones these days are very powerful. Sometimes they can be expensive, and you might not want to spend all that extra money if it's for a phone that has things that you don't need. So you do have to think about this, ask questions, and get the right phone for you. Otherwise, you're just throwing away money. So let's see what's going on. Who is at the phone?
Okay, well, Theo, our character today, is in a cell phone store. So this is a dialogue, a conversation between Theo and the clerk. That is a person working inside the cell phone store. Okay, so what does Theo say first?
Well, as any good customer, he explains very clearly what he is there for and what he needs help with. So he says, "Hi, I'm looking to buy a new phone." Well, that's good, because if he was looking to buy a new car, he's in the wrong place. "I'm thinking of getting one with a better camera." Excellent. All right. So now the clerk helping him at the store, now they kind of know what phones he might be interested in. Cameras are the things that he's most interested in. So let's go look at the ones with the super good cameras.
Okay. And now the clerk, after hearing that information, the clerk has an idea of what would be a good, recommendation for our character today, Theo. So the clerk says, in that case, I'd recommend the Starry S30 series. It just hit the market and features a high-resolution camera. Okay, the clerk is being very informative. It's telling, Theo about the series that are really good for, the ones that have good cameras. And it just hit the market. That means they just started selling it, open to the public so anyone can buy it. And features a high-resolution camera. So what does it mean? So resolution, that is a noun. So high resolution means a picture or image, that has lots of clear, sharp details. Like when you see every tiny freckle on someone's face in a photo, a high-resolution image is sharp and detailed, unlike a blurry one. Okay? And for an example, the new TV has better resolution than our old one. That means the images are sharper and more in details. You can see everything more clearly.
Very, very cool. It almost looks just like you would in real life using your eyes. That is very cool and very expensive. Well,
That's right.
More expensive. All right, let's go over to Hanny. She will be in high resolution, no doubt, as she teaches us more good grammar and vocab stuff.
Hello， 大家好，我是 Hanny。这次的绘画主题是在手机行可以用到的实用英语。Theo 打算要买一支相机比较好的新手机，店员有推荐一款刚上市、配有高解析度相机。好，那么单字 resolution 这个名词就表示解析度，它也有决心的意思。High resolution 就可以表达高解析度的。Karen 老师在解释时有提到 blurry 这个字，它就是形容模糊不清的。我们接着回到课文中。
Okay, we are back. So he's looking for a phone with a super good camera. The Starry S30 series is the one the clerk recommends. Sounds good to Theo, so he says, "That sounds good." If something sounds good, that sounds like something I could agree with. That sounds like a good idea. I will follow your advice. That sounds good. And then he asks another question that's, yes, important, especially to me. How's the battery life? All right, you can carry these batteries around and plug your phone in, but if you can just use the phone all day long and never run out of power, that is even better. So a battery is something that gives electrical power to machines that we want to carry around and move around with. Okay, so with a phone, you can often plug in the phone and it will give more power or recharge the battery. Some other simpler machines, it might have batteries that you take out and put in. Say the batteries might be good for a few hundred hours. Think of like the remote control for your TV or your air conditioner. You don't plug that in every few days. You use it and then it stops working. Oh, the batteries need to be changed. But basically, it's portable electrical power that you can use to make things very convenient, so you don't need to plug them into the wall like other electric type machines. For example, Kevin bought some batteries at the store. Probably those little ones, AA, AAA, C,
right.
D, that kind of thing for the different sizes and shapes.
That's right. And then Theo wants to know how's the battery life, because I think that's something important to him. He doesn't want to be charging the phone all the time. Hopefully it can last for a day or two before you have to start charging it.
Yep.
And the clerk now says it can last a full day with regular use, and it also supports fast charging. Okay, actually that sounds pretty good. So it lasts a full day with regular use if you just use it normally. If you're watching like lots and lots of videos, then that's not regular use. And it also supports fast charging. So when you're charging it, it can fast charge. That means it can charge very quickly. It doesn't take 5 hours to charge. Maybe it takes about an hour to charge your phone.
And he has another question. This is another great question. What about storage? So here we're talking about storage. You could also use the word memory. In other words, how big is the brain of the computer? How much information, data, how many pictures and videos can I put in it before it's kind of full and you have to start erasing or deleting things? And of course, the more storage it has, the more it will cost.
Exactly. So now the clerk gives the information. The Starry S30 comes with either 256 GB or 512 GB of storage. I think you usually see these two numbers when you're buying the phone, right? And then that's the storage. And it's available in white, silver, and black. And these colors are different colors of phones that you may choose. Just like you said, 512 gigabyte of storage is going to charge, or they're going to charge a lot more than 256 gigabyte.
There you go. That's, of course, a unit of measurement that we use for a hard drive or, you know, the memory of the computer. Some people here might say GB, right? 512 or 256 GB. You can also say gigs. I think that one is more common in Western countries. 516 gigs is, or 512 gigs is what you might say. So Theo asks, do you have the 256 GB model in white in stock? So he'd like the white one. He'd want the one with the smaller amount of memory. And he likes it in white. So of course, you know, a lot of people might buy the same one. He wants to know if they have it there now today so he can buy it and take it home.
That's right. And then now the clerk says, yes, we do. I'll go get one for you now. And that's great news because he doesn't need to wait. Because if you don't have it in stock, then you probably have to pre-order it and wait a few days, even a week.
Or you just have to take the black one home instead.
That's true. Okay, let's go to Hanny first and we will be right back.
Theo 想要了解那一款手机的电池续航力和储存容量。店员说，一般使用情况下可以持续一整天。它也支援快速充电。那它有256 GB 和512 GB 两种储存容量可以选，颜色有白、银、黑。那么 Theo 就决定要买256 GB 白色的。好，单字 battery 它表示电池，那文中的 GB 就是 gigabyte 的首字母缩写。Mike 老师提到 gigabyte 也可以简称为 gig。好，那我们接回到课文中。
All right, so there you go. Looks like Theo is going to be the happy owner of a brand new phone in just a moment after he gets his credit card out and pays for the whole thing. All right, so there we go. Yes, we have a second part of our dialogue coming up after this, and we will be right back. So let's check out dialogue number 2. Ava approaches a clerk.
My phone plan is about to expire, and I'm looking for a new one.
We offer several packages to meet the needs of different users. Are you looking for an unlimited data plan?
No, I don't use that much data, and it's a bit expensive.
Then here are some other plans with different data, call, and text limits.
Is there a contract? Will I be charged if I switch later?
Some plans come with a contract, but we also offer flexible monthly plans with no switching fee.
Great. Can I see what those look like?
Sure, I'll show you the most popular ones.
Welcome back, everyone. So right now we're going to look at a new dialogue, but it's also about cell phones. And this one is about comparing cell phone plans. Okay. So cell phone plan, like basically means like how much you have to pay monthly, maybe like $30 a month or $40 a month. And it depends on how much maybe internet usage that you want to use or how many calls you want to call people. So you would find a different plan, right?
That's right. Theo yesterday was just buying the phone, which won't really do much for you because you'll have a phone, you could probably use Wi-Fi, but you won't be able to make phone calls. And of course, you won't have internet everywhere you go without a cell phone plan. Now, you can buy your phone at the same company, at the same store, where they have these cell phone plans, Zhonghua Telecom, Far East Tone, things like that. Or you can buy your phone at Apple or Samsung, but Apple won't give you a cell phone plan. They won't allow you to, make phone calls in Taiwan. It's the phone company that does that. So that's what we're doing. So at the beginning, Ava, the customer, it could also be Theo. It's someone who is looking to set up a new cell phone plan and sign a new contract with the cell phone provider. So Ava approaches a clerk working in the store. All right, let's see what Ava says. To begin the dialogue, she says, my phone plan is about to expire and I'm looking for a new one. So maybe Ava has her same old phone, but she signed a contract with a company. These are often good for a year or 2 or 3, but eventually they end or they expire. When something runs out of time, it expires. If you have an ID card or a passport, there will often be a date when you need to go and get a new one. Maybe your face has changed. They want to have a new picture of you. This is also a word we would look at, and it's important when you go shopping. When you buy milk, the milk might get old. So if you want to keep the milk for a long time or be safe with your food, don't eat food or drink milk or whatever that has expired, that's gone past that very late date. So she's looking to get a new contract or sign a new one.
All right, and then let's see what the clerk says. The clerk says, we offer several packages to meet the needs of different users. So like we mentioned before, there are so many different cell phone plans out there because everyone has different needs. Some people have to call their friends all the time, or some people have to call their clients for business.
Just love watching movies on their phone.
Exactly. So everyone has different needs. So you have to look for the one that is perfect for you. And then the clerk says, are you looking for an unlimited data plan? Oh, unlimited data plan. That means you can use your internet or use unlimited data. You can go online as much as you want to, watch as many videos as you want to. And that's what I have.
Ah, okay. But of course, that will be probably the most expensive type of plan that they have. But yes, if you want to have your cat watching videos while you're asleep, that's the plan for you. But it's not the plan for Ava. She says, no, I don't want that unlimited data plan. She has a good reason. She says, no, I don't use that much data. I'm not a movie watcher. I'm not watching YouTube videos or things like that all the time. So I don't need it. And another good point, it's a bit expensive. Why would I pay all that money every month for something I don't really need?
That's true. So now the clerk says, then here are some other plans with different data, call, and text limits. Okay, so now she's offering her different types of plans that might be suitable to Ava's needs since she doesn't need unlimited data, right?
There you go. And actually, it's often easy to figure out. Your phone might record how much you use things. The phone company might know, so they can give you an idea of what kind of data you normally use every month if you don't have an idea, like I often don't. But anyways, back to signing the contract, she says, is there a contract? Do I have to sign something? For how long? And what happens if it changes? What happens if I move to another country next year? Do I still have to pay you? All that kind of stuff. And she asks, will I be charged if I switch later? Like if I have the one with less data, but then I get a new job where I need unlimited data, will I have to pay more to switch or to change from the contract I have now to a new one. And yeah, when you switch, generally you're just changing from one choice to another choice. Let's say you go to a restaurant, you said, I think I'll have the salad. And then your friends all say, oh, I'm gonna have pizza. I'm gonna have a cheeseburger. And you start to think, cheeseburger sounds pretty good. I'd like to change my mind. I'd like to switch from the healthy salad to the not so healthy but very delicious cheeseburger. So you're changing from one thing to another, but they're often in the same group, family, or category. For example, I used to play basketball, but I switched to tennis. They're both sports, but I've changed sports. All right, let's go and see Hanny, then we'll come back.
在第二段对话里 ，Ava 的手机方案快到期了，她在找新方案。那她平常数据用的不多，不打算用吃到饱。好，文中的 Unlimited Data Plan 就是指吃到饱方案。那么店员提供了几个方案 ，Ava 想问说那些有绑约吗？如果之后转换的话，会不会被收钱呢？好，单字 switch 这个动词就表示转换、改变，后面可以接 to something 来表达转换成什么什么。那我们接回到课文中。
And now we are back. So now in our dialogue, the clerk says some plans come with a contract, but we also offer flexible monthly plans with no switching fees. Okay, sounds like a good company because they offer flexible monthly plans. What does that mean? Basically, flexible schedule, flexible monthly plans. It just means like referring to adapting to change. You can change it. You are allowed to change it. For example, you can say Audrey's schedule is flexible this week. That means, okay, maybe she will be available on this day and this day, and maybe you want to do something else with her. Maybe she can switch her schedules around. She can still make it. Her schedule is very flexible.
Okay, yeah, people like to be able to change and like to have lots of choices when they feel like it. So Ava says, great, that's all good news. Can I see what those look like? So that she's probably going to bring out a piece of paper. The clerk will bring out a piece of paper with all the plans and how much they all cost and all the different rules and all the things you get. And just like a menu in a restaurant, you can pick the one that works best for you.
And now the clerk says, sure, I'll show you the most popular ones. Okay, because most popular ones are the ones that are liked by most customers, and there's definitely a reason for that. Maybe it's a lot of people need it, or a lot of people that have similar needs. It might be suitable for Ava as well, right?
All right, sounds like we're gonna go from some popular plans to our popular teacher. Let's go over and see Hanny again.
店员说有些方案有绑约，但他们也提供没有转换费的弹性月租方案。接着 Ava 就请店员介绍。好，文中用到 switching fee 就是转换费。那么单字 flexible 它是形容有弹性的、灵活的、可变通的。那我们接回课文中。
And now we are back. Okay, so from our dialogue today, we know that Ava is looking for the phone plan, and the clerk is being very helpful, offering different options for her to choose from. So I'm pretty sure she's going to find a phone plan that is suitable for her.
We've also learned that buying a phone and choosing a phone service provider is tricky. There's a lot of questions, and you kind of need to know what works best for you before you go in. Otherwise, you'll end up spending money on things you don't need. All right, guys, there's a good guide for you. Hopefully that's helpful. We'll see you back here tomorrow. We'll have more tech talk with more stuff about smartphones. So see you then.
See you guys next time.
Theo is in a cell phone store.
Hi, I'm looking to buy a new phone. I'm thinking of getting one with a better camera.
In that case, I'd recommend the Starry S30 series. It just hit the market and features a high-resolution camera.
That sounds good. How's the battery life?
It can last a full day with regular use, and it also supports fast charging.
What about storage?
The Starry S30 comes with either 256 GB or 512 GB of storage, and it's available in white, silver, and black.
Do you have the 256 GB model in white in stock?
Yes, we do. I'll go get one for you now.
Ava approaches a clerk.
My phone plan is about to expire, and I'm looking for a new one.
We offer several packages to meet the needs of different users. Are you looking for an unlimited data plan?
No, I don't use that much data, and it's a bit expensive.
Then here are some other plans with different data, call, and text limits.
Is there a contract? Will I be charged if I switch later?
Some plans come with a contract, but we also offer flexible monthly plans with no switching fee.
Great. Can I see what those look like?
Sure, I'll show you the most popular ones.
最后我们来复习今天课文里的单字。第一个单字 resolution， 它当名词可以指解析度或是决心。再来 battery， 名词它表示电池。switch 当动词可以表达转换改变。flexible 可以形容有弹性的、灵活的或是可变通的。那以上是今天的讲解，同学别走开，马上回来哦。
Hey, 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 it's Kiwi on the street. I'm Kiki. And I'm Winnie. Welcome to another episode of Fear Box. I think it's time you get over your fears. For Fear Box! Just don't worry. Why are you laughing? I'm happy. What is it? Just be nice, be gentle. Don't move it. It won't bite if you're gentle. Ugh, what is this? Okay, it's all coiled up. Okay. And it stretches. There's little bits of ringlets. And the outside is rubbery. You can pull it. Yeah, I'm pulling it. It's springy, it goes back. I know what it is. What is it? You tried to scare me, and I was really scared. It's a telephone cord! I feel like some viewers at home who are younger probably won't even know what this is. For those young kids at home, this is an ancient artifact called a calculator. A telephone. This was back in the day. We didn't have iPhones. If you want to call 911 or 119, this is how you do it. Ah! Anyway, that's all we have for today. Remember to follow us on Instagram. Send us a DM or an email if there's something you want to say and you just don't know how. Kiki, is there anything you want to say? Hello? Hello? Kiwi later!